That's the advisor. The advisor is going to be the first person that goes over the programs, gets to know you and your struggles, and recommends which one of my coaching programs are going to be the ultimate solution. I started on Ozempic 5 milligrams and I have lost 1.2 kilos. All right. So your weight loss is starting. What sort of lifestyle interventions have you already changed? What have you implemented? What changes have you made thus far? Yep. If you want to apply, guys, shoot us a message here. There's a link that we can send you, and make sure you submit your video to the Dropbox. Former prior authorization specialist here. There you go. I've been in the back health and wellness and have a background in community mental health. What experiences are you looking for? I need somebody that understands what I'm doing. I need somebody that has a passion for our approach, that has great communication skills, and has a sales background. Just started Monjaro. This will be week 3 for me, and I'm 6 pounds down. That's awesome. So what sort of lifestyle interventions are you implementing? 6'9". What sort of changes are you doing? I'm wondering if the people watching me on YouTube, can you guys hear me better? I know I was having some quality issues, some audio quality issues. Yeah, we talked about how you can apply. Just shoot us a message here. That's great. That's great. You know, what I do is I teach you guys ultimately how to eat. I teach you guys how to make the proper choices. Insurance denied me, and I recently purchased directly through Lilly. You know, you can get it cheaper from us, the compounded. You can get the compounded Tirzepatide, the compounded active ingredient, for much cheaper. My program is everything that you need for long-term lasting weight loss. So my medical providers will prescribe the GLP-1s. We like to stack them with fat loss peptides because mobilizing body fat is super important. So AOD and Tirzepatide is a really good combo. We like to do comprehensive labs, checking for insulin resistance and inflammation. And then we get you into my coaching program where I can have a conversation with you, get to know you and your starting point, and tailor your initial starting point. Like, that's ultimately what it is. I can have a lot more confidence if I can have a conversation with you in the beginning and see where you're coming from, and tailor the starting point. Samoralin is cool. I like AOD 9604 as a better starting point. AOD with Tirzepatide, I think, is better. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, I'm just curious, can you hear me all right? R1C, if you're interested, all you got to do is shoot us a text message. The number on my shirt is how we can get you rocking and rolling. AOD is my favorite peptide because it's a fragment of the human growth hormone. So AOD mobilizes your body fat stores. So when you're insulin resistant, when you're inflamed, your body has a difficult time mobilizing fat. And if you're not going to be able, if your body's going to struggle with mobilizing fat, when you put it into a caloric deficit, you're forcing it to mobilize fat. But if you force it to mobilize fat when it's not good at mobilizing fat, your body's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't. I got to meet these energy demands because you're not eating food. So I'm gonna need some help. And then it gets cortisol involved, and cortisol is like, look, bro, you know me, I'm really serious here. And so I'm gonna get this energy demand met. And so I'm gonna break down muscle, I'm gonna break down cartilage, and I'm just gonna wreak havoc because you're not eating, and this is an emergency. This is a stressful situation. That's what cortisol is. Cortisol gets the job done, but cortisol is ruthless. You don't want cortisol. You want to be fat adapted. You have to be metabolically flexible, and that's what AOD does. So AOD is like invaluable for when it's invaluable. There's some nuance to this. Stacked with your GLP-1, and in a situation where you don't have a thyroid issue, you don't have a cortisol issue. If you do, then we have to make sure that we fix those issues too as well. Look, I'm not just going to sell you guys a bunch of peptides and say, here you go, good luck. That's not how we do things. We sell you these options if we think they're going to legitimately help, and then we back it up with the support and the coaching to make sure we actually get you a product here. I take 2.5 water a day. Okay. Try to get my protein in a day. Snacks, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is good. Corju on Instagram. Excited and waiting for my peptides to ship to get this started. Corju, are you working with my clinic? Are you working with us? Did you get coaching? Do you have a phone call, a Zoom call scheduled with me this week? Christy, I'm stalled on Mounjaro, highest dose, insulin resistant, PCOS, psoriatic arthritis. So you have inflammation, you have autoimmune disease. If you have autoimmune disease, guys, you are going to struggle. The inflammation from the autoimmunity is going to drive the insulin resistance. And so we might pair low dose naltrexone with the GLP-1 at the same time. Is AOD more accessible than Semorlin? I don't know what you mean more accessible. We have both, but the one that I recommend is the AOD. Do you like AOD more than Tesamorlin? Tesamorlin, Frankie, is more powerful, but it's also twice the price. So it just depends on how much money you have to invest. Ultimately, is what that comes down to. AOD is still a really good option that we can make work. Christy, they now switched me to Zepbound after stalling on Mounjaro. Mounjaro is the same thing as Zepbound, Christy. Mounjaro and Zepbound are the same thing. If they literally switch you from Mounjaro to Zepbound, that's not going to do anything. It's the same medication. That's craziness. And guys, switching medications, even if you do, is not the long-term solution. We spoke earlier about what's creating the stall. We spoke earlier about what the actual issue is. The issue is metabolic downregulation. The issue is a slowed down metabolism. Corju, I don't understand your response. Are you working with my facility to get your peptides? I'm just curious. Matt, I see a lot of information saying that AOD is a hit or miss, that it might work or not do anything. Matt, you know the answer to this. If you don't do it with my program, if you don't have a set of lifestyle interventions at the same time, you could take any option. It's not just, Matt, there's nothing that's just going to automatically trigger results. Maybe the GLP-1 is the closest to something that you could just take, and despite all other variables, a lot of people are going to get weight loss. AOD is not like that. None of the other peptides are like that. It has to be in combination with a lifestyle. So unfortunately, many people are sold a bag of goods. Oh yeah, take the AOD, it's going to work. But the clinic isn't actually looking at the overall situation to feel confident that it's going to work. AOD is not going to have any of the other benefits that growth hormone peptides do. So if you're looking for that other aspect, then I would stick with the growth hormone peptide, like CJ, and I like CJC IPA more than I like AOD. Corju, you're working with my facility. That's great. Super happy to hear that. And okay, good. So you got an email that your meds are at the pharmacy. Fantastic. Are you doing coaching with us as well? Are you set up for a coaching call with me? What is AOD? So AOD is a fragment of the human growth hormone. Specifically, what AOD does is it mobilizes body fat stores. That's what AOD does. And the reason why we like AOD is because when you're insulin resistant, your body struggles to mobilize fat. So therefore, it has to get some help from cortisol. Corju, um, you would know if you were set up for warrior coaching because they would have put you on a Zoom call with me. So I'm curious. Um, you can text us and ask what level of coaching you got. But the warrior coaching includes a comprehensive lab panel. The warrior coaching is monthly calls with me. So they would have set you up for a Zoom call from the beginning. So it sounds like you didn't get warrior coaching, which is my favorite level of coaching because you get to work with me on an intimate level. Cindy, your videos and lives are incredible. Thank you, Cindy. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Can low cortisol contribute to stalled weight loss? Um, Low cortisol can create all. It depends how low. And yes, low cortisol can contribute to a lot of different issues. But if it's too low, that's an endocrine issue, and you need to go figure out why. Because if you're not making cortisol, that's that can be really bad. Miss Thing, since taking Tirzepatide, sleeping has been good. I don't struggle with sleep issues anymore. That's fantastic. Yeah, improving your sleep quality is massive. Christy, you got to follow for me. I'm interested in more info for sure. Yeah, Christy, shoot us a message and let's get you rocking and rolling. AOD is both injectable form as well as troche. We have a high quality AOD troche. Would you would a break from the GLP-1s for a month or so, then restart, break a stall? Well, the problem, Gadala, the thought process, I like the thought process. Taking a break from things in general are a good idea, generally speaking. The problem is though, if you take a break from the GLP-1s, is you're going to start gaining weight. And so it's not as easy as you think. But I do like the mindset because you're not wrong. But you have to be careful about taking a break from your GLP-1s because the literature shows the moment you stop, you start to regain your weight back because most of the weight loss that you got was from the medication's effect. Frankie, I'm so stoked that Robert Salah is coming. We needed him. Absolutely, we needed him. Our whole defense was just falling apart there. So, G Dalla, I would shoot us a message and I would get scheduled for a free consultation with my team. What's up, buddy? You right back. Daily dosage for AOD, if you're doing AOD trochees, is 600 micrograms. I heard that the GLP-1 is also helpful with drug and alcohol addictions. Cindy, it's actually very true. I've noticed a lot of people decrease their intake of alcohol. I've seen it happen firsthand. I do think the future involves these medications being used in recovery and alcohol addict scenarios. Absolutely. Dave, I've been stalled on tirzepatide 10 milligrams for 4 weeks, and I start 12 and a half today. So, Dave, your solution to fixing your stalled weight loss is to continue to increase your dose. Okay, so let's talk about that. You increase to 12 and a half. Let's say you start losing weight. Couple more pounds lost, you stall. Then you increase to 15. Let's say you're lucky and it starts to trigger more weight loss. Then you're going to stall. What are you going to do when you're on the maxed out dose and you're stalled and you're not at your weight loss goal? Let's just say you're lucky and you are at your weight loss goal and you're on the maxed out dose. Then what are you going to do? You're going to take 15 milligrams of tirzepatide for the rest of your life? And I don't mean to be harsh. I got to be real. I got to be real with you guys because nobody else will. People are just going to continue to sell you more peptides. They're going to sell you more medications. And there's no talk about the long term. There's no talk about the reality of a permanent solution that's sustainable, affordable long term, and actually good for your health. Not that GLP-1s are not good for your health, but there's a lot of nuance to that. I think micro protocols long term are probably better for most people. Maintaining your weight loss on, say, 2.5 of tirzepatide every 2 or 3 weeks, or 1 milligram of tirzepatide a week, right? These are micro protocols. In order for you to maintain your weight loss on a micro protocol, you have to be optimized. You have to be metabolically fit. Metabolic fitness doesn't just mean fat or lack thereof. Metabolic fitness means visceral fat is decreased. Metabolic health means muscle mass on your body, strength training, having muscle on your frame. I'm going to the gym. Me and my fiance are going to the gym here at 9:30 today because we are religious about our workouts. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we go train. It's beast mode. And you guys should be beast mode about your weight training too. How do you keep muscle mass on your GLP-1 medication? Dave, you have a consultation with us this week. Oh, you don't have one, or you do have one? Because we're booking out about a week and a half. It's crazy. That's why I'm hiring. This is why I'm literally asking you guys, if you want a job and you think you're passionate about what we do. That's why I'm hiring, because we're freaking booking out 1.5, 2 weeks out. I think so many people are finally waking up to the bullshit that exists right now in the GLP-1 space. It's a big money play for these companies. They're going to advertise mochi, $99 a month, and we got the best price ever, but none of them have a solution for you to get off. None of them have a solution for long term. Their business model depends upon you staying on the medication. That's their business model. That's not my business model. You guys want to know my business model? My business model is to get you off the medications and get you into my weight maintenance community for $27 a month. And I promise, for $27 a month, guys, I'm going to make it worth your while, because I'm going to help you maintain that weight loss for the rest of your life. Maintaining your weight loss requires that we actually fix your metabolic health during the weight loss itself. You fix the metabolic health during the weight loss, and then you can maintain your weight loss if you maintain your metabolic health. Glen's girl gets it. We all need that swift kick in the ass. We need to be told sometimes what we don't want to hear. The Mochis, the Ambles, how many other telemed companies, all they ever talk about is their low price, because all they give a shit about is your business. And, it's business. Business is business. They will advertise and do whatever they can to get new people in the door. We don't run ads. We don't advertise. I definitely spend my time on TikTok Live. I guess you can call it TikTok Live advertising, teaching you guys the reality of what you need to hear. Lala says, you don't even know if it's actually real product. No, my clinic is prescribing real compounded tirzepatide. What do you mean? Or are you talking about the other clinics that you're working with? Yeah. You don't know what you're getting there. Yeah, I stand by the pharmacies that we work with for sure. What if you're taking it to get your A1C down along other issues? Great question, Nicole. So Nicole is asking, what if we use it for more than just weight loss? Fantastic, guys. What else can you do to replace the effect of the medication? So let's get into some training. Let's talk about this, because this is really, really important. So the question is, what if you're using the medication for other benefits, diabetes, for example, all the other benefits? Well, let's talk about, what is the medication doing, guys? Let's talk physiology here. What is the effect on your health? What is the effect on your physiology? What does the GLP-1 medication do? Question number one. And question number two, what other lifestyle interventions do the same thing? Let me know in the comments right now. Not having a gallbladder does not increase your risk for pancreatitis. What increases your risk for pancreatitis is having high pancreatic enzymes, having more visceral fat, and this is why we check your labs to reduce your risk. And then also keeping you on a lower dose will reduce your risk. Yeah, Lisa, I mean, that's the reality of business, is everybody's going to say they're better for sure. You're going to have to figure it out on your own. But do you see any commonality, like when you look at all those companies, those telemed companies, what differences do you see between them versus like what I do? You'll figure it out on your own. There's a massive difference between what all of them do and what I do. But that's up to you to figure it out. So guys, what do the GLP-1 medications do to your health? What specific hormones do they affect? Not reducing food chatter. Yes, that's a consequence. But what is the first impact to your health to your physiology, when you take a GLP-1, what is it doing to your health? Inflammation reduction. Yes. What else? So it's reducing inflammation. And what else are GLP-1s doing? Chantel, that's great that your pancreatic enzymes were not elevated. Deborah, we're going to teach you how to fix the stall. We are going to teach you how to break that stall. So stay tuned. What else do the GLP-1s do besides reduce inflammation? Yes, they slow down the gastric emptying, but that's not really doing anything good for us. Slowing down the gastric emptying is not helping. If anything, that's creating shitty digestion. And that's not a good thing. Yeah, reducing sugar intake by the fullness for sure. There's one big thing that the GLP-1 is doing to your physiology that you guys aren't getting yet. Yes, changing your eating habits, getting you to eat less. There's a big thing that you guys are missing here. The biggest impact that GLP-1 has, fixing your food chatter, is a symptom of what changed to your health, guys. It's not lowering blood pressure. Lowering blood pressure is a symptom of this change to your health. Boom. Vanessa got it. Good job, Vanessa. I wish we could have like a gold star next to Vanessa's name. That'd be super cool. This is like, I want you guys to think about that for a second. Hands down, the most important thing that GLP-1s do to your health is insulin resistance. So you take the medication, it improves insulin resistance. Now, what does that mean, improve insulin resistance? That means it makes you more insulin sensitive. And it also means, so increased insulin sensitivity and reduced insulin resistance. That's the same thing. I just want to be clear. If you become more insulin sensitive, you are becoming less insulin resistant. So this is the number one. This is the primary mechanism of the GLP-1. And when you do that, and secondarily, it also reduces inflammation, by the way. So we have insulin resistance and we have inflammation. When you target those two things, your food chatter gets better. Your body becomes more fat adapted. Your hunger decreases. Your body can partition fuel better. Because when you look at obesity, obesity is a disease of fuel partitioning. When you consume calories, there's so many things that your body can do with the calories, not just store fat. It could speed up your metabolism. It could have you, it's called non-energy expenditure thermogenesis, where your body is just more active and fidgety and neat. Non-energy activity induced thermogenesis, basically how fidgety you are, the non-exercise amount of calories you burn. Your body can do that. Your body can produce more heat. Your body can allocate towards repair. It can allocate towards muscle tissue repair, and it can allocate towards fat storage. Jay Henneth, you are picking up what well, no, obesity is a choice. Now I'm going to have to say you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, but I love your passion. I love your enthusiasm. Obesity is not a choice. How you choose to react to obesity is a choice. So don't sit there and make people feel bad because of your lack of understanding. Obesity is not a choice. What is a choice is how you decide to react to your obesity. Because obesity is not an irreversible disease. Is the narrative that they tell you is obesity is irreversible. Like, you can't fix it. It's a brain disease. You're going to live with it for the rest of your life, guys. That's what they tell you with obesity. You can't fix it. That's bullshit. I'm here to tell you that is complete bullshit. You absolutely can fix your obesity. So what is a choice is what you do with your obesity. So please be careful, Jay Henneth. I know you mean good when you say this, but when you say obesity is a choice, Now you're invalidating people who actually have a disease that works against them. So I encourage you to educate yourself, stay connected to me so I can help you learn that obesity is not a choice. What is a choice is what you do with the obesity. So stop offending people because that's not cool. Um, Devin got it first. Oh, I didn't see your guys's responses on YouTube. That's funny. Jerome, my thoughts on gastroparesis and pancreatitis and bowel obstruction are that those complications are very rare, but they can happen. And so minimizing your risk, in my opinion, comes from utilizing the lowest doses of those GLP-1s. That's how you can minimize your risk. You're welcome, happiness. So my Ulysses, that's awesome. 7 months, lost 80 pounds. Love it, love it. Is 7.5 a lower dose? Not really. Not really. That's definitely medium high. A low dose is 5, 2.5. That's definitely a lower dose. Now, you might need 7.5 if you're very metabolically dysfunctional for a period of time, as long as we both understand the goal is to get you lower. I'm okay with the higher dose if we can agree this is short term and let's get you down to a lower dose. That's the goal. That's the plan of attack here. My insurance denied me. Is there a safe place to order? Yes, lazy from us. Hopefully you're not lazy, although your name says lazy. I'm not calling you lazy. But if you get it from us, we do service all 50 states. We will do comprehensive labs. We will make sure that we have everything dialed in so that you can be set up for success long term. Yes, Jackie, everything we do is virtual. Everything we do is online. Lisa, starting weight 408. I hit 223 on Monjaro. Congratulations. That is amazing. You lost 185 pounds. That is freaking amazing. If I did my quick math right there. Oh. Jackie, I'm not looking for a job, but hoping to help people like you are here in Texas online. Yeah, you can. We do need we are looking for somebody full-time though. Now, if you don't want a full-time job, but you want to help, you can become an affiliate. So an affiliate is your own deal. It's you're leveraging your social media and your marketing to get people to come to us and schedule a consult, and then you can make commissions if they get started. That's an affiliate. But an advisor is somebody actually getting people started on the programs. Jasmine, I go to the gym 3 days a week. I mostly focus on strength training. That's fantastic, Jasmine. Strength training is the most important form of workout. You can shoot us a text message, Jackie, for the affiliate link as well. Why aren't labs covered by our insurance with your clinic? Because I would have to hire a whole secondary team to deal with insurance companies. I don't know if you're familiar with how it works on our end, but dealing with insurance companies is a nightmare. And that's exactly what they do. Just as much as they screw you guys over, they screw clinics over too. Because and I'm done with that. I won't take insurance. I'm sorry. Years and years of dealing with their bullshit, I said no more. So I just can't. I can't tolerate that. You're gonna go get that. I can't tolerate you, baby. No, I'm just kidding. That's how I'm on my live right now. She's here? Okay, tell her I said hi. But the labs are really cheap though. We don't charge for the labs. Like, well, I don't try to make money on the labs. It's 149 for 149 bucks for a comprehensive lab panel. That's your metabolic panel, your CBC, your A1C, your fasting insulin and C-peptide, your inflammation panels, your CRP, your ESR, your functional thyroid, which is TSH, free T3, free T4, reverse T3. Like, that's a badass panel. We can learn a lot about where you're coming from with those labs. Jill, you will not have to be on the medication for the rest of your life, most likely if you follow our guidance. If you follow my lead, my goal for you is independence from the medications. But that's not going to be easy. There's no easy way out. There's no lazy way out. Not saying you're lazy, but you got to do some work. You have to be willing to get your feet dirty. Yes, we do take HSA, health savings accounts, flexible spending accounts. Yes, we do accept those. Can you take AOD if you have a close family member that had cancer? Yeah, AOD is very, very safe. How do you find out more info about the advisor position? Shoot us a text message for the link to apply. It's remote, it's nights and weekends. You have to be passionate about what we do. You have to have prior experience working with patients. High passion and understanding of what I do, what the flow protocol is all about. And they can send you the link to apply here. Had some eye drops here. Where are those eye drops at? What is the starting dosage of retatrutide? Some people start at 1 milligram, 1 milligram or 2 milligrams. Awesome, Jill. Yeah, retatrutide is amazing. Retatrutide is very powerful, but you have to have a whole plan, like I've been saying. No, 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 no. The total amount weekly is the starter dose. Gene, we have access to 503 retatrutide. We do. Retatrutide is amazing. Retatrutide. Yeah, we have Retatrutide for about it's a couple $100 a month. They'll go over all the dosing with you when you guys set up your free consultation. Yeah, Jeffrey, that's up to the compounding pharmacy that makes them. Jackie, just let them know that you were interested in the link for the affiliate. All you got to do is ask Jackie, and they'll send you the correct link. There's an advisor link to apply. There's an affiliate link, two different links. And then, of course, there's a link to book a consult if you guys are interested in working with us and getting your health in order. Do we need a consult to purchase AOD? I would, yes, we do have links where you can purchase AOD directly, but I would recommend a consultation. That way you can learn more about how the AOD works with the coaching. Um, do you already have the GLP-1, Julie? Yeah, we do offer CJC, the various growth hormone peptides. Hello. I'll hop off right now. I'm about to get off right now. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off now. Make sure you're following, make sure you turn on your notifications so that you get notified every single time I go live. Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure you're subscribed and you follow this channel. Turn on your notifications, guys. Again, this phone number here is the best number to reach out to my team. So go ahead and Jeff, I am out of time, my friend, but I'd love to talk to you about microdosing and all the other options. Shoot us a message, guys.